Alright you guys, how's it going? So today in this video we're going to be doing, well, this light that I'm going to show you today is going to be one of two very long-term tests to see how Auxbeam's lights hold up over time, general use and general wear, you know, driving through car washes, when it rains, while I'm driving, everything else. So this one is going to be on their brand new 32-inch curved LED light bar, and as you can see, it's much bigger and wider and more beautiful than this other one that I have over here, the Mazione that I replaced it with. And you can see why I want to do a long-term test from all the water that's in there. So, and that's after I resealed it, and you can see all the silicone that I put in there. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a really long-term test on this. And again, huge thanks and special shout out to Auxbeam for sending me these lights and for the opportunity to show you guys how these things hold up over time. So I've got it mounted just like my 24-incher. You know, this is plastic, but there is a steel frame underbody to this, so it's on there. You know, I'm moving the truck. I mean, it flexes a little bit more than the other one, but that's just because it's bigger. But you know, more flex across the surface area and everything else, and also just a different mounting location. So these do have the Phillips bulbs as well as the Phillips chips, and I love the fisheye convex lenses in here, and the way that you can see the LEDs sort of reflect through there. It's a beautiful looking light, you know, even if you're up close or from a distance. And I love the way it's black, so it kind of matches the grill and the bumper on my truck, and it's just got a really unique look to it, and it oozes the look of quality. I mean, it's, you know, it's a very nice and well-built light. And you know, I will be throwing a link to this down on Amazon where you can buy it. And so let's figure I'll give you a you know, this thing's already hooked up and set up and whatnot. I did it this morning. Wanted to do it off camera because there were a few hiccups along the way of just mounting it. So let's go ahead and pop the hood, and I'll show you how I have this mounted here. Alright, so I've got the power wire coming through here underneath the grill. It's zip tied to the main radiator support, or grill support. And then just got a simple connection up to my old wire harness that was in here earlier going to my Mazione. So really easy as far as setting this thing up. You know, the most time consuming part was just bolting it onto the truck. And as far as packaging, packaging was phenomenal in this thing, like they always are. And as you can see, this is the box that it came in, and it came inside this styrofoam sheath. And it also had 5 blocks, 3 of which sit in the center to, you know, support it during shipping. This is your box for all of your hardware goodies. I did have to use some of my hardware because you know, just the bolts, the mounting bolts weren't long enough. But I figure for any other sort of installation, you know, I figured the bolts that they provide are adequate enough. But there's probably a gap about that big in between the plastic and then the metal, followed by another piece of metal, because I just couldn't get the nut up underneath here. There was no way to get to it, so I drilled through both pieces and then actually put my own bolt and nut through there to hold it on, and it's on there. And not saying that there's anything wrong with Auxbeam's hardware that they give you. You know, like I said, for most applications it'll be adequate. But I mean, the size of these bolts that hold the actual light bar onto the brackets are just monster bolts. And I do love the fact that they have the teeth in there that bite it, so it's, you know, it's not going to move. But so I figured I'll show you really quick how it looks when it's all lit up. I think that's the right one. Yep. So there she is, all lit up, looking pretty as ever. And I just can't get over how beautiful this light is. It's a beautiful light. So, but yeah, I'm really anxious to see how this thing will look at night, and I'm sure it's going to be extremely powerful. Like, I mean, you can see the reflection coming off my neighbor's doorknob right there on You can see it going out. So I mean, it's still lighting it up during the day. So yeah, I can't wait to see that. So but yeah, like I said, this is going to be one of two long-term test light bars. The other one, they were Auxbeam was kind enough to send me a 52-inch light bar, and sorry, the neighbors are doing yard work. So as some of you know, people who follow my channel, I've had an interesting endeavor with this light bar. You know, my girlfriend bought it for me. I love the fact that she bought it for my birthday, but I've had a lot of problems with water getting into this light bar, and it doesn't matter how many times I reseal this thing or how much better I think I reseal it, somehow it finds a way in there, and part of it's down to the design of it. So it looks really tough on the outside, but underneath these rails there's basically an open channel C-section that actually holds these bolts in, which is made of aluminum, and you know, if you're not really careful, you can easily strip that out. So you can see the spots where you have the caulking coming out of the bolts. Those are all stripped. So it's losing the compression actually holding that rail on. But so we will be doing an unboxing and everything else of that one very shortly, and I'm hoping it'll fit in here. I think it will, because you can see my mounts are kind of at an angle, and it's only 2 inches longer. So I figure an inch on each side, this should fit, and it should help my doors close a little bit easier. But we'll see. And that one's a monster. I took it out of the box yesterday, and I was kid in a candy store, so as well as this one. So you know, after these tests and whatnot, you know, I mean, I'll probably be doing about a week's worth of testing and everything else on both the light bars, just to see how they operate in certain conditions, keep you guys up to date, and let you know just how good of a light this really is, versus, you know, the old style I was doing with just the giveaway lights. So yeah, these two videos, the 52 and the 32, are going to be more in depth, and they're going to cover more, but and they're going to kind of trickle along in pieces, because I don't want to hold you guys from content. But at the same time, I want to get it out to you as soon as possible, to let you guys see how good these lights really are at the price that you're paying. So it's phenomenal engineering in these lights, and you can just see how nice and clean everything looks. It doesn't look like some hack job straight out of China, and they give you everything that you will ever need to mount this, except for a wire harness, which are very easy to come by. So. But yeah, that's the 32-inch light bar mounted, and like I said, looking beautiful as ever. And we will continue on with a series of videos on this one, as well as the 52 once I get that mounted, on how these things operate in the real world. So be sure to stay tuned for those videos. Thanks, guys.